Happy Wednesday, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kirk here with the Wednesday edition of FSU Weather. We got a great show planned for you guys, kicking it off with that look at Doak Campbell Stadium. Currently 76 outside, sunny, and look at that, pretty clear outside. Haven't seen a lot of clouds today. It's been a very beautiful day, very clear, and 76 was pretty high temperature for today. Everything else pretty cool this morning. So here in Tallahassee right now, 74. As you go a little bit further north, you're seeing temperatures a little bit cooler, 72 in Donaldsonville, 70 in Thomasville, but the whole region sitting nice and pretty at that low 70s range. Now, on the radar, there ain't nothing up here, guys. We're seeing no rain and very little clouds. As we continue into the night, those conditions are going to progress. We got these fall-like conditions coming up for Tallahassee, below normal temps for the central U.S., and what's going on with Tropical Storm Wanda. All that and more on FSU Weather.
Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to FSU Weather Wednesday edition. I'm student meteorologist Melissa Geiger, and there's a lot to look out for in these coming few days. We're looking at yet another cold front coming in just here in the next 2 days, bringing those temperatures down yet again. So we've been seeing cooler temperatures, but haven't quite got those temperatures below 70 degrees during the day, but we will be seeing a day with a high of 57 degrees. Pretty chilly. I know I'm not going to enjoy that as a native Floridian. Never like the cold weather, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. And in other parts of the country, seeing much of the same thing. Temperatures that are much colder than we've been seeing for the past few months, and even a freeze warning in some parts of the country to look out for. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out on that. But as for the next few days, when Friday looks like it will be raining and cooler, making out to be a cool and enjoyable weekend this weekend. Make sure to go outside, spend some time out, and enjoy what's going on in Tallahassee. We also have our football game this weekend, so make sure you are ready for that. But for right now, we're going to turn it over to Jason with your local forecast.
Thanks. We see that the sunsets. Columbus Stadium with a high of 76, and it's sunny with winds of 5 miles per hour. Then looking at the Tallahassee Radar, you see there's not much other than some ground clutter. So pretty clear tonight. And looking at the temperature almanac today with a high of 77, a low of 52, and then the average of 76, so we're just a round average, which is perfect for this time of year. No one likes these hot 88 and 29. And looking at the current temperature, you see Tallahassee is around 74, Thomasville is 70, St. Mark's is 74, and Quincy is 73. And looking at the current dew points, Tallahassee is going to be around 53, so very nice, not as muggy as Monticello, and Thomasville is around 50. Looking at the future radar, you just see those clouds to the north come in on Thursday morning, and it should clear out for the day, and then there's clouds still coming in on Thursday from the south. Tonight's forecast, you see Tallahassee is around 56, and St. Mark's is 59, and Monticello is 55. Tomorrow's forecast is 74 with, partly cloudy 74, with St. Mark's is around 74. And Quincy is 73. And then tonight in Tallahassee, it's a nice, very cool 54, partly cloudy, and with northeast winds of 5 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, it's going to be partly cloudy, 74, and winds of 8 miles per hour. And looking at the week ahead, you see the rain coming in on Friday and Saturday morning, and that's going to bring, hopefully, you see there's cool temperatures of 58 and low of 51 here. And then on Sunday, it's going to be a high of 69 and a low of 43. And then the rest of the Monday, it's going to be like it was usually with It's going to be 73 and low 43. And I'm going to bring it on to Jesse.
So much, Jason. Yeah, we're looking at some great temperatures here in Tallahassee, but we're actually going to go ahead and zoom out and see what the whole state of Florida is experiencing right now, and a little sneak peek at what we're going to be seeing as we hop around the state of Florida here. Pretty dry. Most of the state, Sunshine State, living up to its name. Not a lot of clouds, not a lot of rain, except in South Florida, obviously, as typical for that region. But as we're getting into what we're looking at tonight, we got our Panhandle Radar right here. Very clear in the Blountstown region. My grandparents live over here in Weehawken, Panama City. Also seeing very clear skies. And just like you know, we live here in Tallahassee, so you can just look out your window right now and see there are not a lot of clouds in the sky right now. Pretty clear. Haven't seen any rain for the day. Here's that view of Panama City Beach. It's actually beautiful outside. Looks like it's going to be a great sunset. A little bit of pink in the clouds behind me right there. And then it's currently 74 there, so about the same temperature as it is here. Although they're seeing sunny, even fewer clouds than we have now. Wind from the north at 5 miles per hour, so it's a beautiful day out there. A little chilly to be at the beach, if you ask me, but if that's your thing, you know, go for it. As for the mid-region of Florida, kind of progressing towards the south, they're also not seeing a lot of rain, except when you move out to the coast, there are some showers off the coast, but those don't seem to be reaching near Jacksonville, Daytona Beach area. Looking like y'all are going to stay dry, and even further inland, we're looking at very clear conditions for this region of the state as well. Here's a live view of Gainesville. Once again, looks beautiful outside, despite it being University of Florida, which may not be my favorite place on the planet. Gorgeous, so if you're there, no hate there, you know, looking great. But 76 there, partly cloudy. Sun's out, but there are some clouds in the distance. Wind from the north-northeast at 6 miles per hour. Now, looking at South Florida, here's the interesting thing for the day. We do have some rain kind of gliding across the Everglades here. And if you're over in Marco Island and Fort Myers, you're staying pretty dry, but any further south, it looks like you have a chance of a shower just progressing into later tonight. And there's Miami. Yeah, Miami, not a fan. Looks kind of gross there, really cloudy, and it's also super muggy there, it looks like, too, because it's 79, wind from the east at 8 miles per hour. So, honestly, Miami is probably the spot I wouldn't want to be at today. Anywhere else on the map, looking great. In the 70s for Tallahassee and Pensacola. Jacksonville, a little chillier at 66, and the further south you go, the warmer it gets. Tampa is actually the hot spot right now with 82 degrees there, partly cloudy as well. And current dew points for the state of Florida. Very nice and dry up here in Tallahassee, Jacksonville at 61 for the dew point as well. And really, all of our dew points are sitting a lot lower than as normal. We've been seeing dew points in the 70s, which just is the recipe for a horrible day. But, you know, grass is always greener on the other side, and we're seeing these cooler dew points as we're getting into the fall. But tonight in Florida, a lot of clouds. Here in Tallahassee, 51. As you go further south, look at that. Rain in Tampa, storms in Key West. So if you're in South Florida, you are going to be seeing the rain later, even if it's dry right now. And then tomorrow, temperatures in the 60s and 50s for our area. And further south, once again, it's just going to get warmer. It's just going to stay in the 70s. But right now, I'm going to zoom out. Melissa's going to show us a look at the southeast.
That's right, Jesse. Looking at a lot of cooler conditions coming towards the southeast. But for right now, looking at Gainesville, some pretty clear skies. But Blacksburg and Atlanta, seeing some pretty cloudy conditions right now. Then back over to Bowling Green, Kentucky. There is some clear skies yet again. And as for our current temperatures, 76 here in Tallahassee. As Jesse was saying, 82 in Tampa and 80 in Miami. So it is a bit warmer in our southern portions of the state. And see that front coming closer to our Sunshine State, 47 in Little Rock, 53 in Jacksonville. You see that definite line of where that front is trying to make its way over to our Tallahassee area. But as for our dew points, seeing those cut down as well, 54 in Tallahassee, so a little bit humid right now compared to more northern areas, 37 in Little Rock and 26 in Nashville. So we will be seeing those dew points drop as that cold front continues to move closer and move through our area. On our national radar, you see that cold front right there bringing that rainfall towards us, and we'll be seeing that rainfall here on Friday. So make sure you're planning ahead, keeping up with your weather. Moving down to Miami area, see some rainfall coming through as well, some scattered storms, but overall looking like it's going to be rather clear. For tonight, you just might want to check the radar before heading out. So with that cold front, we're going to be having rain, but thankfully it will be greener. There will be greener pastures on the other side. Our rainfall forecast showing only about a ½ inch of rain, so nothing to be overly concerned about. Shouldn't be have any problems with major flooding as this front moves through. For tonight's lows, 52 in Montgomery, 54 in Tallahassee, and 66 in Tampa. So once again, seeing those cooler temperatures that most people are enjoying for this time of year. And Thursday in the southeast, 74 in Tallahassee, 67 in New Orleans, 63 in Montgomery, and 56 up in Little Rock. So things will be cooling off as that front continues to move through. You're seeing those temperatures dropping as it continues to move towards the southeast. And we'll be seeing those cooler temperatures here on Friday as well as into the weekend. And it will be lasting for some time. Not looking like it's going to be getting up to those 80s that they're still seeing in Orlando and Tampa right now. So hopefully some nice conditions for the rest of our fall. Now we're going to take things over to the tropics with Jason.
So the tropics is coming to the close this year, but we do have some activity out. And right now we have Wanda, Tropical Storm Wanda in the Atlantic. And then we have some this is not really anything, it just is some convection. So it's not going to turn into a tropical storm or a hurricane or anything to be worried about. But right now we just are looking at Wanda, which it's making its way straight northeast. And as I was saying, Wanda, it's a pretty storm looking at the moisture, but it's a tropical storm, which is luckily that we get to see this at this, which we really haven't had that much activity in the past 2 weeks. But Wanda does take the last name on our meteorology list of the hurricanes. So it's 50-mile-an-hour winds, and the pressure is going to be 992, and then the movement is moving north at 10 miles per hour. And looking at the water vapor, it's just, you see the counterclockwise spinning, and then at the projected path, it's right here. It's going to be doing like a weird shape. It's going to be going up and then down, and then going into a low on Saturday, and then going up to Great Britain up here. And looking at the spaghetti models, it's going to be, as I said, it's going to be doing like a weird model. It's going to be going up, and then it's going to be going into Great Britain. And then I'm going to bring it to the desk where they're going to talk about the climate in November.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, we've had some beautiful weather lately. I know you said you're from Florida, so being a Florida native, you have mixed feelings about this fall weather.
Absolutely.
Coming up.
Me and Cole do not get along.
Okay, I have lived all over the place. I've lived as far south as Tampa, and then I've also lived up in the Rhode Island area, and then I've lived in Pennsylvania. So I've gotten to experience the cold. And I don't like cold year-round, I'll give you that. But I'm excited to see it here in Tallahassee coming up. So can you tell us about what the climate's usually like this time of the year? Is this normal?
So usually this time of year, we're seeing those cold fronts starting to come through. But if we can see that next graphic, we'll have a bit more of a description. So we're usually seeing some cold fronts starting to come through, some cooler conditions starting up, bringing those nicer weather patterns. We see some rainfall, but the severe weather is pretty much out of the question for this time of year.
Yes, I know. I don't look forward to those rainy days, but I am glad that we're not going to see that severe weather like you said. I'm looking forward to these highs staying in the 60s and 70s. I was getting tired of seeing 80s on the screen there. My favorite thing, I always say, I love leaving the windows open, and I love when the lows get low at night and then it warms up a little bit during the day, which is what we've been seeing, this wonderful pattern. Nice and chilly at night, warms up a little bit during the day.
That's right, and that's going to continue on for the foreseeable future. If you can just make it through that rainfall that's associated with the front of those fronts, looking at greener on the other side, nicer conditions, drier conditions.
Yes.
And we're seeing that across most of the country as well.
Yes, absolutely. And I think we have another graphic up next for us.
I think so.
But
There
what
we
we're
are.
talking about tonight, we're going to talk about a little bit of a different region and compare to Cape Girardeau in Missouri, that is. And kind of what's the difference between Tallahassee and that area during this time of year?
So since they are further north, they do get colder conditions, and those fronts that come through are a lot stronger than what we feel here. So when they get a cold front that comes through, they're looking at drastic drops in temperature to where they're seeing now freeze warnings.
Exactly. So I know I said I like the cold weather, but for me, cold is like 40s. I would not like to see these average lows in the 30s. Not very fun if you ask me. But if you do live in that area, we do have freeze warning, and In just a minute, we're going to take it over to the wall, but just looking at the climate difference between Tallahassee and Gerardo, I'm thankful I'm in Tallahassee and not up there, right?
Absolutely. But now we're going to turn things over to Jason, and he's going to take a closer look at Cape Girardeau right now, see more about that freeze warning that's going on.
So welcome to Cape Girardeau in Missouri, and that's going to be the city of this week. And looking at the temperatures this week, today, Cape Girardeau is going to be 51. It's going to be 51 degrees, which is very nice. It's going to be 51 in Brenton, and Advance it's going to be 51, and then in Perryville it's going to be 49. And looking at the dew point, it's very dry, very, very dry. I'm not used to seeing these numbers. It's going to be 26 in Cape, and then in 27 in Benton, and then 25 in Anna, and 26 in Anna, and Claro, And looking at the satellite radar, you see that cold front Melissa was talking about earlier. It's past this. It's in Nashville area now, and you see that's completely clear skies, and you see that's why you see those dry and cold temperatures. And there's nothing but clear weather here in Cape Girardeau. And looking at the future radar, it's going to be nice, no clouds into the morning, and again, no clouds for the entire day. And then cold air is going to remain for the night of Thursday and into night of Thursday, which is going to be down to 28. Wow, you're going to see that freeze warning most likely in Friday morning. And then tonight, it's going to be mostly clear with a 28, and winds are going to be 7 miles per hour. And looking at the 3-day forecast, it's going to be completely clear Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with high of 54, 56, and 61. And then low of 54, 56, so it's going to be around the same. And Saturday's going to be around the same. And now I'm going to bring it on to the next segment.
Thank you very much, Jason. Yeah, we're actually going to take a look at the locals. So we're going to go from looking at dew points in the 20s and then temperatures in the freeze range to what I would call absolutely gorgeous, perfect temperatures for me at least. Maybe if you're from South Florida, Florida native, it's too cold for you. But 76, gorgeous, sun setting right behind me over Doak Stadium. It's going to be a beautiful sunset as we might see some of those clouds rolling in. So definitely get outside if you have a chance. So it's a high of 77 today. Average 76, so we're really just right on track like we were talking about for that average climate for the Tallahassee region. 77, 76, record high of 88 back in 2016. I'm not upset that it is not 2016 or seeing that high of 88. I will take 76 any day. Current radar, nice and clear. When I showed you guys Florida earlier, you definitely got to take a look at just how beautiful really most of the state is. We got that rain down in South Florida, so if you're in the Miami region, keep an eye on that. And back over to our west, we are going to see this rain as it continues to push through our way. We are going to have those rain chances spike up as we head towards the end of the week. So you might want to hold on to your umbrella, hold on to your rain jackets. So future radar, here's those clouds rolling in tomorrow, Thursday. We're not seeing a big chance for rain though, looking towards the end of the day tomorrow. Just a lot of clouds. So once again, tomorrow it's going to be a lot cloudier than it was today. Temperatures are going to be a little lower too. Right now, we got 74 in Tallahassee, really low 70s all around the region. Thomasville at the lowest is 70 degrees, just a little bit chillier up there, but really nothing to scoff at. All the temperatures in the region looking absolutely gorgeous if you ask me. Tonight's forecast, though, Tallahassee at 56, St. Mark's at 59, and then as you go further north, a little bit chillier with that 54 in Thomasville and 55 all the way over in Valdosta. So, you know, here in Tallahassee, if you do have plans for tonight, it's going to be a little chilly, partly cloudy, so those clouds are going to hang around, but it's going to be a gorgeous sunset, like I said. For tomorrow, we're looking at something really similar, 74 here in Tallahassee. And as for the dog walk forecast, we got Corey on screen behind me if you do need to walk your dog tomorrow morning, 57, cloudy. Maybe you want to avoid that. Okay, that's okay. Noon, we're going to look at 67. You want to avoid that? All right, just go for 3 p.m. If you need to take your dog or lizard or roommate or whatever other pet you have for a walk, it's going to be beautiful. Week ahead, we're looking at Thursday, 74. Our lows are going to slowly drop. We're going to see lows in the 40s, and then look at that. Our high for Friday, it's going to be rainy. It's going to be 58. That's going to be a little miserable. So I would highly recommend bringing your rain jacket, maybe even a bigger coat underneath, because those temperatures, they're not going to be very enjoyable. But this weekend looks great for the game. But for now, I'm passing things off to Melissa.
Thanks, Jesse. Looking at the rest of the country, also seeing those colder temperatures, a lot colder than it is going to be here in Tallahassee in a couple of days. So right now, 49 in Kansas City. Again, cold temperatures, 58, so a little bit warmer out west in Salt Lake City. And over here to the northeast, 49 in Boston, 50 in Washington, D.C., warming up to 76 here in Tallahassee. And while we'll be getting closer to those temperatures, we're not going to be seeing anywhere near as cold as some places are for this time of year. Our dew points are super duper low across most of the country right now. So it's actually brown on the other side, not green. Looking at 31 in Billings, 31 in Denver, 25 in Albuquerque. Seeing the only green spot on the map here in Florida and across much of the Gulf Coast, 53 in Tallahassee and 65 in Miami. So seeing those higher dew points. And for our national radar, looking at storms coming in with this front, there's a stationary front sitting over much of the southeast right now and a cold front moving over Texas with another stationary front over the west as well. And behind it, high pressure. So hopefully once these fronts move through, we'll be seeing clearer conditions as that high pressure system moves over us, preventing any clouds from forming and bringing rainfall. Our upper level of water vapor, see again that front sitting right along the southeast, entering in now, bringing all that moisture, but behind it there is drier air. So once that front moves through, we're going to be seeing those drier, cooler conditions. For up in the northwest, see those rainfall starting to move through Seattle, not seeing some nice conditions for tonight, a lot of cloud cover and a lot of rain moving through. But as for the northern plains, actually seeing some clear conditions for tonight, some cloud cover and surrounding rainfall, but much of it is quite clear. For our northeast radar, seeing some snowfall actually and some rain moving through as well. So if you're planning on going out, make sure you grab those jackets. It's going to be cold and possibly snowing, so you're going to want to check that radar before you head out. And back over to the southeast again, where this front is continuing to move its way towards Tallahassee. We'll be seeing that rainfall moving into our area beginning on Friday, seeing that rainfall, so make sure you're keeping a lookout for that and have a jacket handy because it's going to get a lot cooler outside. As for our Texas radar, you see that tail end of the front moving through Houston right now, taking much of the impact from those storms. So not a great night to head out. Make sure you're checking the radar, that if you see a lot of rainfall coming or there's a lot of nasty weather coming to your area, make sure you're not going outside and putting yourself in a dangerous situation. As for our watchings and warnings, not showing much right now, but however, there is a freeze warning over, as we said earlier, in the city. Look up north, looking at that freeze warning. So make sure you're keeping a lookout for that. Make sure you're aware of where you are and what warnings are active to make sure you keep you and your family safe. For our storm outlook, Texas today, looking at a marginal risk for severe weather. Again, that includes severe storms, which includes tornadoes, strong hail, and strong winds. So if you're in those areas, make sure you're taking a look out. For tonight, 38 in Kansas City, 41 in Denver, seeing those cool temperatures yet again, but not quite making it here to Tallahassee just yet. 51 degrees in Tallahassee tonight and 74 in Miami. And as for tomorrow, seeing 60s across much of the west, 50s into the east, and of course here in Florida, 74 degrees in Tallahassee and 83 in Miami. But again, cooling off hopefully this Friday and into the weekend. But now we're going to take a look at our lifestyle forecast with Jason.
So looking at the area cameras, you see the Sportsplex is going to be, it's going to be nice, really nice sunset with so very upper level clouds to the far away from us. And then Panama City, you see the beautiful sunset that's going to happen very soon. And Lake Bradford, it's going to be, again, a very calm, beautiful sunset, and the same thing with Lake George. St. George Island, And then looking at the FSU Weather STEM camera, which I love to watch the sunsets up here every night, and it's going to be nice and clear sunset with Doak Campbell Stadium to the to the right of the sunset. And then looking at the airport delays, there isn't much weather happening right now, so there's not going to be very many delays. And it's going to be sunny with 76. And then looking at the airport delays for across the nation, you see Tallahassee is very warm compared to everyone else. But looking at the delays, it's going to be all green the entire way through. And then looking at the dog walk forecast, which it's going to be very cold, so I don't know if your dog will love it when you walk them at 7 a.m. I don't think you will like it either, but it's going to be 55, and then 57 at 9 a.m., and then 64, which is when I would rather walk my dog, but it's going to be 64 then. And then looking at the stargazing forecast, which I love to do, it's going to be very, very nice and going to be completely clear. It's going to be the best time to see it, which you guys should drive down 30 minutes. You're going to see the best stars you've ever seen. It's going to be, but the moon's going to be 15% full for a waning crescent, with the sunset going to be at 6:48. And then the football game, hopefully we win this game, unlike the Clemson game. It's going to be a 66 and at 4 p.m. versus North Carolina State. It's going to be pretty chilly, so you guys want to make sure you bring a jacket to it. And then looking at the school week planner, it's going to be 74 with rain coming on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And now I'm going to switch it on to the desk where they're going to wrap it up.
Thank you so much, Jason. All right, my question for today for you. Do you think I could wear like my FSU vintage windbreaker to the game, or do you think it's going to be too warm?
It's possible. We're going to be seeing those cooler temperatures high at 66 on Saturday. So if the wind is going, it might actually be a nice thing to wear.
And the sun's going to set pretty early, right? So
That's
it's going to
right.
get dark by the end of the game. So, I mean, those temperatures are probably going to feel a lot cooler. So, hey, there you go. If you got a nice jacket to wear, bring it out for the game on Saturday.
It might be the only chance you get to wear a jacket to a game for this year. I know the rest of the games have been super hot.
I know. I've been waiting to wear this jacket the whole semester, so I might just do it anyway, even if it ends up looking warmer. Definitely keep up with FSU weather, though, because we're going to keep you guys updated as we go into tomorrow and Friday. And we'll be able to let you guys know if that forecast changes. We're going to see that 66 drop lower, maybe.
Possibly. I mean, Friday's looking at a high of 57, so anything's possible at this point. Maybe even a night in the 40s. We'll see.
Depending on that timing of the rain, which once again, like I said, we'll keep y'all updated. It's going to determine how cold it's going to be Friday and Saturday. But just like Melissa said, keep that jacket on hand because it is going to get pretty chilly as we go into these next couple of days. So if you have any plans for any evening plans, just be prepared.
But in the meantime, follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather and like us on Facebook at FSU Weather. We'd love to hear from you guys.
In addition, continue to watch us live on YouTube. We stream here every Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. We got so much fun stuff planned for you guys. And follow us on Instagram. Send us those dog pictures. Send us those weather pictures. Whatever y'all got, send it our way, and we'd love to see that.
But for now, I'm student meteorologist Melissa Geiger.
And I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kirk.
Have a great night, Tallahassee.
Looking at the week ahead again, it's going to be 70% chance of rain on Friday, and Saturday's going to be 60, so make sure to bring a jacket for the game. It's going to be 66. And on Sunday, it's going to be nice and clear, but that's going to be all for FSU weather. My name is student meteorologist Jason. Thanks for watching.